welcome to my channel. In this video, I will be taking you through this application built in Excel. Now, this application is mostly called the POS system, or the point of sale billing system. So if you have ever walked into any shop and then you finish with your product and you realize that they issue you some receipt which is printed from a small printer, yes, this application is similar to the software they are using over there. So without wasting my time, let's get going. But then don't forget to subscribe to my channel and then click on the bell so that when new videos are being uploaded, you can also get the notification. So before you start using this app, you have to get it on your device, your laptop or desktop. And then the first time when you want to use it, when you launch the application for the first time, you create this folder over here where your I will talk about this later. The images are being kept in it, and then when you get into the system, you know what it does. So you first launch the application like this by double clicking on it, and then it takes you to the welcome screen. So this is the welcome screen where we have these features over here. You can edit to input your company name and then the details of your company. And then we have this login button, and then we have the reset button. So when I click on the login button, it launches the login form. And then if I forget my password, I can just click on reset password and it will bring this form. Also, this button also works the same. It also helps you to bring your reset password form, and then you can reset your password in case you have forgotten your password. When I click on the exit, the application will quit. It will just take me to my desktop. So when I click on the login, I'll have to input my login details, and then it says login successful. So login successful, I click on OK, and it takes me to the area where the transactions will be made, and then the purchases or any other things that I will be doing. So these are the features that I'll be using and the buttons I'll be working with. We have the receipt over here. You can input your company details over here. If you have a cashier, you can change the cashier name, add a cashier, and then change the cashier name. All you do is just to click over here. If you have different cashiers, you can just change it. The date is there, and then the receipt number. So we have the product list. When I click on the before I go I explain what these buttons do over here. Let me click on the show tools and show you what is happening here. Now the show tools will show the hidden sheets. So this is the main sheet, and then we have the product sheet. So if I upload product into the system, you'll be seeing them appearing over here. So we have the product ID, product name, price, and then the location, image location. So the image will be picked from the folder I talked about earlier. Then we have the sales history. So when a cashier make a sales for the day, the details of that sales will be appearing here. We have the cashier. So if you have a cashier, the ID will appear here. The cashier name also appear here. Then we come to the login where it displays your username and then your password over here, and then this will take us to the welcome screen where we first use this button to log in into the system. So let me quickly go on to the main, and then I'll hide the tools. So this is the interface of the application where we'll be interacting with when our customers comes into our shops. We have the logout button which will take us back to the welcome screen when we click on the logout button. So like this, you see, are you sure you want to log out? Yes, I click on it. It takes me back to the welcome screen. When I click on login, then I input my details, it will take me into the app interface or where I will be interacting with. So before you can do anything with this app, unless you load the product in your shop into the application. So you'll be going, you have to first click on the update product list. Yes, so you have to click on update product list. Okay, so when you click on the update product list, this form will show up or it will pop up. And then you start, you see currently we don't have any products in the system. So I will just have to add a product. So let me say bread. Then I will input the price. Let me say 30 cedis. Then I'll browse for the image which I want to use. So I'll browse, I'll just go to my desktop, then I'll browse. You see, this is where the images are kept. So it's bread, I'll just choose this, then it shows up. I can add and save, I can update, I can delete, I can reset and exit. So these are the features. I can also search for a product here and then make some editing that I want to make, maybe change of the price or any other thing that I want to. So I click on save, then it saves. Yes, let's add another. So let me say yogurt. Then the price will be, let me say 25 cedis. I'll browse for the image part. I'll add. Then I'll save. So let me just add. So let me say orange. Let me say 10 cedis. I'll browse for it. Then this is the orange. Now save. Let me add apple. Then let me add the price. Let me say 45 cedis. I'll browse for the image. I'll choose an apple. Add and now save. Let me add the last one. So purple. Let me see. Um, 15 cedis. I'll browse and then I'll get the image of the purple and I'll add. So if I have more products, I can just be adding them until all the products in the shop have been added. Currently I have only 6 images, so I'll just be using that one. And I'll click on exit, or either I will click here to exit from here. Now suppose a client comes into your shop for the first time and then make some purchases or take some items and then want to calculate and give the client's receipt and then the amounts that he or she will pay. Just start from here, product name, and then you choose. So let's say bread, you double click on it. Quantity, how many? So let me say 2. Then I'll click on shopping cart, then it appears on the receipt. Then let me move on to the next. So let's say the person bought let me say apple. So how many? Let me say 3, and then I'll add it. Let me just add, let me add. So this one, let me say, sorry, let me say it's only 1. So I'll add it. So I can add multiple of items and then do the calculation. So when I am done selecting whatever the client came in to buy, all I have to do is come here and then click on the pay type. So what is the client paying with? Is it money, check, or card? So let me say cash. When I click on cash, it appears over there. When I click on check, it appears over there. When I click on card, it also appears. So for the meantime, let me choose cash. And then now I'm seeing that, okay, so here I'm seeing that I have 207. Okay, 207. That is what the client, the amount, that's the item that the client bought amount to. So I'll just, the client will probably give me money. So how much did the client give you? Let me see, 250. So the client gave me 250. Then you see when I click on enter, it shows the balance that I'm going to give to the client. So when I click on print, let's see the magic that's happening. So click on print, and you see on the receipt it's printing. If it's connected to your printer, it will print. Currently my printer is not connected, so it's showing an error. So it says that this is a sum, there is a tax added to it, and the total is this. And then the pay type was cash, the paid amount was 250 cedis, and the change to give to the client is this amount. So that is that. All I can do is just to print the receipt. If you want to save to, you can also save the receipt. Let's say you are done with this customer and you want to move on to the next customer, all you have to do is just to click next and everything is gone. Are you sure you want to clear the data? Yes. So I clear it. Then I move to the next client or the customer. And I choose. Let's see. Let me just choose. 2, I'll add. Next, apple, let me say 5, I'll add. Next, let me say bread, so only one, then I'll add. I can be adding more and more and more. But then now let me show you this. If you select a quantity and you think that quantity is not what the client is demanding, you can just quickly come here, come to the receipt, and then click on the products. So you see Apple, when I click on it, it appears over here. Then I can make whatever changes I want to make. So suppose the client was buying 60, and I typed 5, I can just 6, and then I click, and then automatically it comes, and then the changes will happen over here for you to also see it. Then when you click on the print, when you click, paid amount must be higher than the service. So you see here, what is happening over here is that I didn't input any paid amount. I didn't also choose any pay type. So you see the system will prompt you to do that. So when I click on the pay type, let me say I'll choose cash as usual. You can also choose any payment that the client is willing to offer. Then the payment amount. So since it's here is 333, let me just say the client gave me 400 cedis. So I'll just click on enter, and then it gives me the change that I'll give to the client. This is a change, so I'll just click on print, and then the magic is done. Then you see everything appearing on the receipt. You can see that the printer is not connected. Now let me scroll down here. When I scroll down here, you see this QR code. This QR code contains the information of your shop. So let's say you have maybe a social media account that you want to include on the receipt. So you add the link, you generate a QR code, and then you add it to the receipt so that whenever the client scan this QR code, it takes him to your social media handle or anywhere that your website or that you want your client to see your products and then your services. And then so this height tools, I explained that earlier. Tax info, update tax info. If you want to change it, currently the tax percentage is 0.01. You can update it, you can change it over here. You can add cashier. So if you want to add a cashier, currently I have no cashier, even though some is showing on the receipt. I can just add a cashier. Let's say Fred. Sorry, Fred. So I'll just add Fred, and then I'll save. I can also add a picture of the person over here. I can choose any picture that I want, and then when I come to the receipt, I can just come and change the cashier. You can see that if I change the cashier, will change. Okay, so that you maintain. So this is the cashier. So currently this is the cashier in the system. I can also upload logo, image file pass-through. I can upload a logo. Then I choose where the file is located. I can also update system information. This system information over here will appear on your receipt. It will appear on your receipt. This, and that will appear on your receipt. Then I can also reset the system to clear everything. When I click on it, it will clear everything from the system, and this is what it will do. So this is how the system works. Okay, this is how the system works. So when I'm done for the day and I just want to exit, all I have to do is to just click on the logout button. It says logout. So okay, so before I click on the logout button, let's go to the sheet again. So let's go and see what is happening there. Now you see when I click on products, look, the products in the system is showing over here. Sales history is also showing over here. Sales history is showing over here. Then we have the cashier. The cashier is now Fred. Then this, the login, and then the welcome screen remains the same. So this is it for now. This is it for now. Let's click on the logout button. Then yes. So we have been logged out from the system, and then when we finally want to exit completely, we click on exit, and then we are out of here. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. In our next video, we'll be explaining the codes behind. I'll be showing you all the codes so that you can also use to build your own application if you want. You can also modify it and then to suit whatever you want to do. Thank you very much. Until we meet again next time. Bye. Bye.